of us like to go so often. Once on one of our candy excursions, I asked him what his favorite number was. 8, he said. And I asked him why. He said, because that's how old you are. That was the power of my dad's kindness. He made you feel like you were the most important person in the world. It didn't matter if you were his child, or a friend, or a stranger on the street, or whether you had 2 legs or 4. His first order of business was being kind. When I was pregnant with Kara and working full-time, my dad would come and stay at our house while I was at work and putz around till we got home. He said it gave him something to do because he recently retired. But we knew the real guys, to spend time with our beloved dog Theo, who was very sick at the time. "Oh, no sweat," he'd always say. We had a good time. He loved dogs. When we'd bring our dogs to his house on Sunday, he'd have handfuls of treats ready to go. He'd make them do something for them, but he always used the wrong commands. Instead of saying sit, he'd say lay or stay put. They'd look at him cockeyed, no idea what he was asking them to do, but he would reward them anyway. Bless their little hearts, he'd say. After graduating from Pitt, Kevin and I moved to Eastern Pennsylvania, and I got my first car. All right, I gotta make this happen, right? This is ridiculous. It was a used Chevy Nova, and I was happy to have a car I could call my own, even if it wasn't brand new. It was so basic that to this day we refer to it as the go-kart. So I called my dad, who was always exuberant about talking about cars, and to show his excitement for me, he starts asking questions. Does it have this? Does it have that? How many cylinders? Dad, I said, it doesn't have any of those things. It's just a basic model car, nothing special. There was a pause, and he said, does it have a rear defroster? And sure enough, it did. Well, that's special, he said. My dad was a guy who always showed up for parent visitation day and always said the Pledge of Allegiance with the class. He was a dad who embarrassed you by signing up to play Santa Claus at your junior high school Christmas dance, and then humbled you when he ended up being the most popular kid at the dance. We never left the house without him questioning the warmth of our jackets or waterproofness of our boots. Even when friends came by to pick us up, you could count on being embarrassed. I'm telling you, that jacket's not going to be warm enough. When we went to Ireland, he took an all-day bus ride to a town many miles away so he could visit someone he had never met, the grieving sister of a friend from home who had recently lost a child. Over the years, I've often thought of that conversation with my dad about my first car and what it taught me. And that is, of all the aspects of being human, of all the special ways we can be, that kindness is the rear defroster, the most special of them all.
Thanks, Chris.